Well, okay. I guess that little ding-a-ding-a says we're recording. That's nice to hear, yes?
Yeah.
So we're back. I'm Roger Madeline, and Lisa Long is with me. We're doing our Sis-Star Love Collection, Connection, what did you call it, Carolyn? Collective, whatever we call it, but we're Sis-Star Love here. And my sister's in the room with us because she's part of it, along with many of you. So we just got some download information, and we kind of go by the skin of our teeth to see what happens next. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Good morning.
What's going on with you?
Well, getting major downloads. I've been working with Ashtar off planet. The Pleadians have been taking me to Pleiades for some healing. So I've been enjoying that, just resting. And just some interesting information coming through, and then some advice that they want to give us, the Pleadians.
So I have a question for you. When you said the Pleadians have come and taken you off planet for some healing, do you remember any of that when you come back, or is it all just a feeling or an impression or just a knowing?
No, I can remember a lot of what we've done, what they have, what we worked on. If we are in a group like this, working on something, the healing has been very interesting, because they put me in a lounge chair, so to speak, an iridescent lounge chair, and I just sit there, and they work on me. The White Brotherhood comes in and takes out a lot of the non-essential energy that I've been carrying around or collected on my journeys with Ashtar, so that it won't harm me in this 3D realm, in my physical form. So, but no, we have a wonderful time. It's very much just like our sister things, where we're laughing and carrying on, etc., and sharing, which I love. I just absolutely love. The ease of which I can be with other star families is just amazing to me. It's just amazing, because I want to bring that to Earth here.
Yeah.
Because I have such difficulty with humans.
With humans?
So, yes, with humans.
Yeah.
Especially young ones, Anything under the age of 30, I have a problem with, they're just, brains aren't developed.
Cancel. Part of learning how to be human in that human form you have right now.
There you go. Cancel, void. Yeah, there you go. So
Carolyn is saying the babies understand you.
Absolutely. I love all the children. It's been just really nice having some of the connections. At Murdoch's with the baby chicks, we get a lot more little guys in to take a look at them, because it's more like going to the zoo or to the farm. So you can have that energetic exchange with that. But over this last week, a lot of people are not bringing their children, and we didn't have baby chicks anyway. We canceled the orders. So,
well, it's best because we're all limited on what all we can do anyway, which is why tomorrow with our where it is our normal Facebook page, Dawn and I are going to do a live Zoom for anybody that wants to join in. They can. We'll probably start at about 6 Central Time, so at least people will know. So they can be here, and hope you can be part of it, Lisa. If it's not a time for you where you can do it with us, then maybe we'll have to rechange that. Once you find out your schedule, let us know, and then we'll just see what happens with that. How's that?
That sounds good.
So what have you been getting this morning? Can I share something right quick first?
Please do, yes. I've been excited waiting for you to share with me.
I have, I woke up this morning from an awesome dream, which may be part connected to you. And I talked to Dawn, and she had an awesome dream. So I feel like we're all kind of doing our work in a way. We're probably in the same place, but in a way that we understand it for us. So it's a different scene type scenario sometime. But this dream, I was in a room full of people like big long tables, and there was a male speaker up there, very nice, very charismatic. He looked kind of like the guy from Scotland that plays in Outlander.
Okay.
And very, very handsome and charismatic, you know. And he was going by groups and giving someone in a group a block of wood. It had an assignment on it, either a few words or some letters for some words. And then they would start to do what it was he told them. And so I was watching and looking, and I saw that the group right in front of me, he had given her, one lady, something about Reiki, and then the advanced part of Reiki and pulling off the disease. And so there was, she was showing people to work on other people to like push really hard and pull back really hard and then push again really hard and pull really hard. And I'm like, what is all that? I haven't known Reiki to be like that. And she said, well, this is part of really getting to the root of the disease and like pulling it out, like finding it and pulling it out. And I'm like, okay. So then he comes to me, and I'm with the group, and he hands me this block with just some alphabet letters on it. And I'm like, well, what is this? I don't know what this is. What does this mean? He said, it means that what I want you to do is go and find for me, or pick for me, or select for me something, whatever it is, anything it is that you feel like would make me the happiest. And I'm like, well, I don't know you to do that for you. Should we spend a little more time together? Because I don't know. He said, no, you've met me before, months ago when we were in New York. You've worked with me before, you know. Just go and decide whatever it is you think I should have. Mm-hmm. I should have. And I thought, well, that's interesting. So, and I said, well, you know, you've given this to the wrong person, because I am the beyond millionaire mindset. So I feel like whatever anybody wants, they have all the means and the ability to have it. I mean, it's unlimited potentiality is where I'm from. And he just grinned and he said, yes. And there was more, but then I finally, toward the end, I said, oh, I get it. I get it now. Whatever one of us does for one another, it is done for us all. Mm-hmm. Like the lady doing the Reiki, and the one in the front higher in the classrooms doing whatever it was their assignment is. Mm-hmm. It's not specific to that group and to that particular modality of learning. Whatever one of us is able to do, it is done for us all. It does that for the collective. It does. It's part of the collective. And I thought, okay, well, I hope he likes his 2 Armani suits, completely fitted from top to bottom, one for day, one for evening, with his wardrobe assistant person, with his personal assistant and his personal driver. How's that? Mm-hmm. So I woke up, and when I woke up, Isis was saying, you need to spend time with me now. Mm-hmm. You need to spend time with me. So I got my little area set up over there. See, I'm sit underneath the pyramids. And I did the card reading, and I recorded it, and I'm going to put that out there. But after the reading, I got more synchronicity things. I kept hearing this tune in my head. And I'm like, what is the name of that? I don't know how that goes. And I kept hearing this little tune. So I wrote notes. I actually wrote notes because I knew I would forget them. So I thought, I'm going to ask Carolyn, but I can't hum it right enough for her to hear it, for her to know what it is. Mm-hmm. So after I kept trying to figure what that was, I asked Alexa to play some soft music for me. Cancel, Alexa. so she started playing this song, what is it? Cancel. Cancel, Alexa. Alexa, cancel. I wrote it and I can't read what, Rolling in the Deep by Adele. There's a fire. There's a fire. And so that was the song. And I'm like, Rolling in the Deep by Adele, there's a fire. And then I was led to my little book of Saint Germain. And in here, what it opened to, first and foremost, the golden age should be raised inside your being. And one of the cards was Serpent of Fire inside your being. These synchronicities just go on and on and on. So I looked at that and I'm okay. And then he says, where did it go? The golden age shouldn't be constructed outside of you. The golden age should be raised first and foremost inside you, inside your being. In order to do that, it is necessary to change your consciousness. It is necessary to change your inner essence. And what is out of you, outside of you, will obediently repeat what is inside of you. And I thought, oh, how cool is that? Because I had called in before I did my meditation this morning, my time with Isis, and I had gotten the meditation card the day before, last night. I put my oud on, I put Isis essences on, I did the Pleadian Codes, I called in the white light, Saint Germain's violet fire, Archangel Michael's extra blue flame angels for extra protection, and then these cards drew, and I recorded that, and then it just went on and on. Then the song, then this, and then they took me to my book. I'm like, okay, this is just not going to end today. Oh, this is the meditation card that kicked it off from last night. Isn't it gorgeous?
It is, yes.
So from my book, it's a message from Isis. 3 days at the third day at Isis temple. And it says, I am Isis, and I am so happy you have come to my temples to remember much that has been forgotten. And so I'm thinking, well, this is when I was there. And then she said, look where you're sitting. Look where you're sitting. I'm sitting in front of this pyramid, this big papyrus of the pyramid complex. Again, much has kept hidden and secret, but you are beginning to understand. All will be revealed soon. This temple was beautiful and still is in the invisible dimension connected here. When the Great Pyramid complex is shown, all of these temples will be shown also, just as they were planned in their completeness and wondrous beauty and power. Again, this is from my book that they gave me some time back. Many adepts have passed through these temple corridors, and those from the past, present, and future will come together at this glorious time of awakening. Much happiness for all. I am Isis, and you are always welcome here in my house and in all of my houses of magic and love. See, everything is situated in close proximity to everything here, and there was much activity. Different temples from different levels of my priestesses. Much activity, learning, training, and work went on here under the supervision of my most cherished high priestesses for me. They had my authority to act as I would in all cases and instances. They were honored, respected, and loved, and led with care and nurturing abilities. These days are to return soon, you will see. You are enfolded in my love, and I am thankful you have come. As was mentioned earlier, your connection to us will remain strong now that you have returned to your roots. Much care is given to you, your co-workers, and the mission you are on. We are guiding you completely. I am Isis. And that message is for everyone, for all of us. So then I was asking, well, how am I to share this? What am I supposed to do? What am I to do about sharing this? So guess what song came on? Hey, soul sister. Da, da, da. So I'm like, okay, I guess we do that here. So I shared. So that's what's been crazy with me. And it's been fantastic. I know St. Germain's around. I know Ashtar's around. I know that all of our beautiful galactic family is with us all the time. Mm-hmm. So they're saying now it's Lisa's turn. There you go. Spot to Lisa. How's that?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I do recall having a in my quiet time, standing in line with hundreds of people. And again, hundreds of people look a lot more when they have to stand 6 feet apart.
Wow.
So, and we were all waiting for something, you know, that was very important, whatever we were waiting for. And I don't think it was food or anything like that, but we were all waiting for something very important. And I don't remember exactly where, you know, what it showed us that we were waiting at, but tensions were getting a little high. And so I decided to go and bring out some energy. So I started singing Happy by Perel.
Yes.
And we got everybody singing Happy. And then when that got done, another voice piped up and started singing The Greatest Love of All from Whitney Houston.
Wow.
And so as we were waiting for whatever we were waiting for, we were actually changing the tension into an uplifting modality. You know, we were all in that energy. So then another voice would pipe up and sing another song. And it was really very enlightening. When we got to about the 4th song, it was like all of us were just moved like we were on a big conveyor belt, right to where we were supposed to go. So,
wow.
So we didn't have to wait anymore. But we stalled ourselves out being in the tension and the question mark of what we're supposed to be doing. And that heavy energy of, I want to protect myself from these other human beings and selfish, etc. When we were in that, we couldn't move. But with the song and the energy that came from those words that were in the song, all of a sudden we'd all just moved. And it was what we're supposed to know. Don't get stuck in that other energy. Move towards being a help, being of service to someone else, and your needs will be met. It was amazing.
Sharing the love.
And about sharing the love, she says. That reminds me of part of my dream that I didn't tell you about. It's like the workshop was in a room, and we came back from break before I got my assignment from him on my block of wood. And I passed and went in through the second room because I couldn't find where I was supposed to be sitting. And in the second room, there were people all over standing and sitting in all different places, but they were singing. They were like preparing for some sort of a singing event. And they were just all relaxed and singing their notes. It was beautiful, beautiful harmony, but they were just like spotted all over the room, just doing their singing. And I'm like, I don't remember these people in my training room. So, I went too far. So I go back through the door and I found where I was supposed to sit. But right behind me, they're all preparing to sing. So I'm like, okay, that kind of pulls that together, doesn't it?
It does.
Wow. Wow. So what has Ashtar been sharing with you lately, or has he?
Well, we've been out on mission. Basically, it's been very interesting where we've been going and how how we just keep, we're on an energetic frequency of divine unconditional love, and we're just bringing our energy to different locations, creating a shift by adding our energy to that. And then we're just move on to the next galaxy or the next planet that we're supposed to be with. And the love just keeps inviting us. The less love that we find out there, that's our invitation to go. Because there are others out there that are saying, we don't have what we need, and we're going to call it to us. And so by having less love, they're calling us to them, and we're bringing it in. And what's on this energetic frequency that we're working on, it's very gold, very sparkly. We can feel the other energies from everywhere we have been right behind us to, again, move through that other planet or population, I guess would be a good word for it, because there's so many different unique things out there. And just creating this a more entangled energy of love. People are getting it, that we have the quantum entanglement. And as we just keep on moving through this space and time, that's all we do is create that. It's effortless. It's just absolutely effortless.
Well, I don't remember if I showed this card or not. I might have, but it's what's wanting to be shown again. The first card is Knot of Isis, and it says energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. That's what's going on. Can you see it?
Yes, I can. Can you tell me what it says again? You broke up just a little bit.
Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. Because this is that knot of Isis.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But this is what's going through on all of us, what's going through with the virus thing, what's going through with the grid work that we do when we're out of our bodies and we work with our star families. Yeah, this is a very timely recording that we're doing today. It's to help everyone to realize that no matter what, they are safe. The safe means many different things. Many different things. But to drop that fear and to move into the part of what you think about, you bring about.
Exactly.
Take a look at your belief structure. What do you believe? What needs to be changed? What in that belief structure is based in fear? You need to ignore that and go to what in that belief structure is based in love. Okay. That was information coming through. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Lisa, because you have more to share, I'm hearing.
Well, I'm really grateful that that card showed up too, because again, see how we're connected, but we are just, it comes to us in different forms. That's what I love. And then we can share those individual experiences. So I appreciate that. So.
It's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had some feedback on the Pleadian Codes that we shared last time. And the feedback was they'd like a little bit more information, a little more clarity on the direction of how they can expand it out further, or really and truly if there's any other codes that they need to have. But what I'd like for us to do right now, Lisa, if you would, is to go ahead and, as we say, throw the codes. Can we throw the codes again? Let me close down my email system. It's decided to just jump itself crazy. But all those little dinging confirmations means, a little ringing means like, yes, yes, do that, yes, do that, yes, do that, yes, do that. So it's like, okay. So would you mind, again, Lisa, if you take us through the Pleadian codes again, because I like to say them every day. The part is the forgettery, but Isis did not let me forget this morning. I'm not usually aware when I wake up in the morning that I'm waking up with Isis going, do this, go over here. We need you to get ready for this. Do this, put your incense on, put your oud on, do the codes.
Yes, exactly.
Sit here, be quiet, see what's going to happen.
Exactly.
It's kind of nice, very nice. So would you please?
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the layering of the codes.
Okay.
So with the Pleadian codes, they utilize the power of 3. So we say the codes 3 times in a row. Okay? And then we take that breath and we blow it out so that we bring that energy through us and out of us. Okay? And by saying it in the 3s, we are amplifying and magnifying what we're doing. So then we say, not only do we say it 3 times in each set, but we say it 3 times. And again, every time we say it as a set, it has another dimensional or frequency level to it. And sometimes it's uniform, we all are doing the same. And then other times it's very personalized and unique for you, what you are going through right then and there. So don't worry about what the group is doing. It's working for you in what you need in that time period, which is frequency change, modification, more love energy coming out to protect you, etc. So
I want to say something right quick while they just reminded me again when you say about the 3. When I was sitting over here at my little meditation area in front of my pyramid papyrus that's got awesome energy on it, when I started saying the codes, I was led to say one facing the pyramid and then one facing off to one way and then one facing off to the other way. And they told me, do you see you made a triangular shape? You threw the codes in a triangular position.
Right.
And it's part of the 3. It's part of this. When Ra channels, he does like this all the time. He channels through this diamond shape, this triangle shape. And I had not done that before, at least. So I wanted to share with, I just followed what Isis was guiding everything this morning. Because I first thought
and again, that's where, again, very personalized.
Yes, because I first thought I need to do north, south, east, and west. And it's like, well, that's 4. And they're like, no, you do 3. You do the triangle. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh, I got chills on that.
And again, if your mind wants to lead you somewhere else, but you're being guided not to, then go with what you're being guided to do.
Yeah. That mind can get in your way sometime.
Be effective. Exactly. So, and then when you do the codes, you can move the energy and put the protection out as far as you want. Okay. There are times when I do it universally, so it just travels out to the universe. There are times when I do it for Earth and all of its inhabitants, and I feel very grateful that I can set those codes up, and I feel the energy of all my other Sis-Stars and connections get my codes and amplify my codes without even having to have a thought about it. Again, I can connect with you, Madeline, in Houston area, and then I can connect with anybody that's in Australia or Canada, England. We're making all those connections, and it's one of those where what am I feeling right now? I'm getting a surge of something, and I'm just going to amplify that out as long as it feels like divine love energy.
Right.
That's what I really appreciate. That quantum entanglement is very important when we're setting up the codes. So if you're sitting there and you want to set up your codes for siblings, children, parents, go ahead and do that. Push that energy all the way to them and past them, so that they can be involved in the protection layers that you are setting up for that day. So intention is the biggest thing. You don't have, a lot of times I don't have an intention. I'm just, oh, I got to do the codes. And then I just start saying 242 and I know they're already out there.
Yes, exactly.
So it's the intent, you know, how can I get the energy moving in the direction that I want? How can I transmute the energy that I feel is coming in that isn't going to serve me? Because it does transmute the energy that's around you instantly. So.
Yes, it does. And like I was sharing with my friend yesterday who was asking about the codes, I said, you know, when you have time, you really be with it and go into it. But when you're in a crunch situation where something is like happening really, really fast, all you have to do is think about the codes. Just think, I need help here. You know, my Pleadian brothers and sisters, I'm throwing the codes. That's it. They'll take it from there. All your spirit beings will take it from there.
Right.
At least that's what I told her.
Exactly. And again, the power that you have inside of you is released because you're not holding it in any longer. You're not suppressing it or capturing it to just serve you. You're letting it loose. And
Right.
That's the biggest thing they want us to know. Power is within us. It's in our cellular structure. We're not getting it from them. We're utilizing it through our heart energy.
Right. We are connected with it.
Exactly. So
we just have that forgettery thing about a lot that we're connected to, and it's time to wake that up.
Exactly. So, all right, good. Then again, they want me to just remind everybody that when you do the codes, you are putting the universe on notice that you are sacred, that you own your own power, and that you're sharing it of free will so that everyone else can move through that. So, but you are protected by your own energetic power, and no other being can interfere with that. Okay. Then I also want to say the opposite is that when you do the codes, it will also protect other beings from you interfering with them on whatever their path is.
That's
okay?
good.
And we don't ever think about that other aspect, okay? But it also keeps us from saying the harmful words or from us putting out the harmful energy because we go back into that other realm of ours.
Or from us trying to control someone else because we think we know what's best for them.
That's right.
You can only know what's best for yourself, and let the others, if they're doing something that you really know is not healthy or right for them, they get to make their own mistake. They get to learn that on their own. You can send them light and love and protect them, but you have to, it's like don't clip the wings of the butterfly when you want to clip them out of the cocoon. Don't do that. They're not going to be able to be their own being.
Exactly. So, and then it helps us because we don't recognize that our energy could be harmful. Our thought patterns could be harmful because we have those intents. We're here, we're up in this brain part and we're not in our heart energy. So therefore it creates that sanctuary for that other being that we're interacting with to have the protection.
That's so great because there's so much that goes on that our human mind doesn't really understand.
Right.
Our higher self and our divine self does. So thanks for sharing that, Lisa. That's a great caveat. That's important.
Right. And this is what I want to teach in that class. You know, how can we understand the Pleadian codes and utilize them not only for ourselves, but for all beings and not the whole universe.
Perfect. When you get your class together, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of people that want to be part of it.
Yeah, we will. And this will be great because I love what we're doing right now on Zoom. You know, it is wonderful because we can reach a lot of people.
I do too. And you know, we can do the class on Zoom because I found out that we can have separate classrooms where you can group people in 2 or 3 or 4. If we have a large group, we can group 2 people in there together and they can work with each other in different classrooms. You can break them all up and then you can check on them as the instructor, how they're doing, and then bring them all back together. But it's nice to know that there's a way that they can work themselves with a partner without having to be face to face with them.
Right, exactly.
I like that. I like what I figured out on this new platform.
I'm grateful that you figured that out.
Yes, I know, because we're going to be using it, aren't we?
That's right, yes. And I don't know how to do all that stuff, so it's just great. Yeah. I'll be learning.
We got this. Give us time to put it together, but we got this.
But we can get it out there and moving and working for us before I have to learn how to do it, you know, so that's nice.
Yeah. You're funny. You're so funny.
I know. So again, we're utilizing the power of 3. We're creating sanctuary and our own personal power to create that safe environment for us to be in. And then we're also sharing the divine love energy that we've created with the codes. So,
Okay.
So good. Oh, all right. So we'd like to do the codes now. Now that we got a little bit more in depth.
Yep, I think it'd be great.
Right. So when we start doing the codes, I want everybody to pay attention to how your body feels. Because when you feel dense and heavy, see if there's a shift in that. If you feel like you're lighter, or you feel that I always talk to people when they do the codes, that your eyebrows come up because we furrow our brows a lot when we're stressed. Did your shoulders feel like they release? Did you open up your rib cage? And that's why I tell people to lift up your chin so that you open up your rib cage, okay? Because we take shallow breaths when we're in fear. And what we want to do is move into where we're getting oxygenated because we feel the relief from the codes.
Lisa, it's an interesting feeling when your eyebrows come up. Because I've noticed many times when we're doing certain things, or I'm doing certain things, or I'm getting my messages and information, my eyebrows are in a certain place and then they just kind of like unlock. It's kind of like a silent click and they just kind of like unlock and release the tension in there that you didn't even know you had.
Right.
And once it does that little unlock, it's kind of like, oh, there it is. You can breathe easier.
Right. You can. And again, what opened? Did your third eye open? Did your crown chakra open? Did your throat chakra open? What opened up that allowed that scrunching that we do, the compression that we do under what we feel is pressure from negative energy or lower frequency energy, and it's released. So pay attention to what's going on in your body.
Nice.
Okay. That's what I love about it too. You know, you all feel it. And then when I ask you to push the energy out, push it out as far as you wish to whoever you wish. Okay. Right. So a lot of times when I move that energy, I get a call from somebody. I was thinking about you. And I says, I was thinking about you too.
Yes.
This is what I did for you. You had no idea. I sent you a bunch of love energy for you to utilize.
Thanks for listening to your intuition and giving me the call.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and share the codes again. And don't worry if you're out of sync on the verbalization, okay? Just do it in the cadence, okay?
Right.
Right, and then we've been guided on some other workshops that we did to shake it all up and make it happy or whatever shows up is what it shows up.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, all right, so notice how you feel. Take in that deep breath. There you go. And then I also like to close my eyes so that I shut off all the information that the eyes are filtering in for me. And my brain pays attention to the codes. Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
2,
2, 4, 2,
2, 4, 2, or 9.
2, 4, 9.
Implement.
Implement.
2, 4, 2.
2, 2, 4, 9. Implement.
2, 4,
2,
2.
2, 2, 4, 9. Implement.
And again, take in that deep breath. Raise up your chin and let that energy go. And then just notice how you feel. Sit with it. Do the whole body check. Join me again. 2, 4, 2.
2,
2,
2,
4,
4, 9. Implement.
2, 4,
2,
2.
4, 2, 2, 4, 9. Implement. 2, 4, 2,
2, 4, 2.
2, 4, 9.
Implement.
Implement.
All right, so now I'm being guided to say this one faster. Are you ready?
Yep.
Join me now. 2, 4, 2.
2, 4, 2.
2, 4,
2,
9.
4, 9.
Implement.
Implement.
2, 4, 2.
2,
2, 4, 9.
9. Implement.
2, 4, 2.
2, 2, 4, 9. Implement.
Implement. Now really push that energy out. Move it. Feel it coming from within you. Take another big breath for me. Notice how you feel. One more breath for me. And blow it out. Then bring yourself back.
So I am inspired to say that those that have joined with us on this level of the Pleadian Codes, if you don't feel like you want to bring yourself back yet, don't. Stay out there. It's a perfect time for you to take some quiet time, meditate, see what divine guidance you might get. It's a beautiful space to be in. I feel all the energy out there just dancing and going, woohoo, we're free, we're loose, we are excited. So when you're ready, you bring yourself back. But if you are in the position where you feel like you can stay out and connected in longer and you need it, do it. This is all about listening to your own guidance system, listening to your intuition, listening to what is best for you. These are main, basic, important, and powerful guidelines. But you are the co-creator of all of this. You can stretch this and mold this and warp this however you need it to do for you. Like they told me today to do it in a pyramid shape. I've done these codes with you, Lisa, how many years now?
Oh my gosh.
And not once have I thought of that
The pyramid, yes.
geometry shape.
Yes.
Set that intentional shape around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time. This shift is happening that everybody is starting to get information other than what they normally get.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, oh, what is that? Well, I've never thought about that before, but well, it feels okay. Let's give that a try. It feels like it's coming from a place of love, and that it's a place of safety. If you get some information that feels like it can be harmful, then you need to disregard that, and you need to call in the divine and the Pleadian codes to erase that. Because as we change and as we grow right now, we are becoming open receivers. We are sending and receiving. We feel like we're sending and receiving love, but as a receiver, there's all kind of energies out there that are going, oh, look, here's a receiver. Let's see if we can throw that one off. Let's do a little ping here and a little doubt there and a little fear there and a little worry here. That's not where we're supposed to be. It's kind of like, yeah, does that make you feel good? If it doesn't make you feel good in your heart and happy and surrounded by love, if it doesn't make your body feel relaxed, you need to question that.
Exactly.
And you need to move it off.
Right. And again, you have the power to take your energetic space and say, you can't come in here. I've just put up the wall. You can look at me. You can do whatever you want from over here. You can look inside, but you cannot touch me. You can only observe.
It's that song, Can't Touch This.
That's right. Exactly. And again, you can offer them up the divine love energy. It's what they're seeking, even though it feels dense and negative. They're seeking the love energy. So offer that to them and show them where the source is to that. Whether you believe it's God that is the source or their star family is a source, or offer them to find the source within themselves. But they can't touch you when you're in that bubble. They cannot harm you. But again, be careful and move it away from you if you would choose.
Perfect.
There's all kinds of archangels in that. Archangel Michael will be more than happy to take something away.
Oh, absolutely.
From you, if you feel that is it. And then later on, you can, without inviting that energy back, you can observe what it was that you're supposed to receive from it, learn from it, or teach.
So you can move past it. Just move it off.
Yeah.
Nice. Woo.
Yes.
That's good. That feels really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you were also hearing from who else, Lisa?
I've been working with the Wolf clan a lot lately.
Okay.
Again, the interesting thing about the wolves is that they can be alone and in a pack. And the information that I was receiving from the wolf is that you may feel alone. You may be on your journey alone, but it will always bring you back to the pack, to the safety of the pack, to the community. So work with being alone and work with improving yourself in that alone time, so that when you do go back to the family, to the clan, to the pack, you have worked what you needed to work on for yourself. Because sometimes we can't do it when we're in the pack.
No, because we get distracted and we look for that next.
Or we have others poking at us about it.
Well, and it's when you do self-reflection, self-work, you already have set yourself up to know it's hard and you don't want to do it. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to do it. So if you're with a group, you can offer yourself up to help everybody else, because then that distracts you from what you know you need to do for you.
Exactly.
So, and then you always look for the next distraction, because it's like, I really don't want to have to do this because I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know what's going to happen if I do that. But no, you're going to be safe. You're going to be better off than what you were. Just put your toe in that water and start. And even when you're in solitude and you're away from the pack, you're never alone. When you go inside, there is so much love and so many beautiful ways that you're being shown how you're not alone. You can't never be alone. Your energy, your frequency, you're part of everything, whether you're singular in your house or you're with the masses. But singular in your house, that can get pretty crowded.
Yeah.
It can get really crowded. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Thanks, Lisa.
Yes. And one of the other things I found very interesting is going on your solo mission, you know, moving away from the pack. If you don't find what you're seeking out there, don't be discouraged. Just go ahead and return to the family. Return to those who care for you, because it might not have been that far out. You may have taken yourself too far out searching for this, and it might be a lot closer than you would know.
Well, that's interesting.
It is. So again, you may be searching for something that is relatively right in front of your face or 10 feet away from you, but you went 100 miles to seek it. And that's okay. Be grateful for that journey, because it also will open up your eyes to the what you need and what you seek is not very far away. In fact, it's just a change of your thought pattern that usually brings what you need right in front of you.
That's right. And that's kind of what was said in this book from Saint Germain. It's another thing I saw in that. I probably can't find it quick enough now to read it, much less see it.
I love Saint Germain. You know, he's so helpful with the alchemy of what you need. That you need to discard this to make room for something else to come to you. Or you need to give away. I love the giveaway aspect of it. Sitting Bull talked about that a couple episodes back, about giving away. So that you create the hole, you create the opening for a need, and that way it can come in, be filled for you. So I really appreciate that. And then again, the alchemy, when I work with Saint Germain, I just have to get out of his way. Because I think I need this, and I think I need this, and these are all the components that I need. But usually it's not in the right order or the right amount. The recipe is incorrect. So I give it to him so that he can bring all the pieces and the parts that I need to me in the right doses, in the right increments, and at the right timing. So I don't mess it up for myself.
Exactly. Our human mind tries to make something different of it. So he led me to 2 paragraphs. Of course.
Oh, good.
I may have already read this one, but it's worth reading again. I don't remember. It says, many times we give the teaching that this world is just a reflection of your consciousness. And every time you start doing something, you forget that simple truth. It's a reflection of we give the teaching that this world is just a reflection of your consciousness. And every time you start doing something, you forget that simple truth. And the other one is, do you enjoy being pioneers? Excellent. Prove that inside you are ready for that role. Shake off the decrepit selfishness. Acquire the consonance with the masters.
Mhm.
Thank you, Saint Germain. Any something?
Yeah. I so appreciate him. I just love him.
And this book,
It was kind of similar to what the wolf was saying, wasn't it?
yes, this little book is called Words of Wisdom from the Cirrus Press. I think this was given to my husband when we were in LA by a group of people. And it just jumps up. Different things when you pay attention. Show there's the wolf. Look at this. Okay. Nice. And Sitting Bull. He hasn't moved away from you, I don't think.
No, not at all. I still work with him all the time.
Yeah.
So, in fact, working with Sitting Bull, we were standing in that line that I was sharing with you, and there was no movement. He said you needed music. Music will move the feet, which moves the heart.
True.
And then that's why I started singing Happy.
Nice.
Even though I don't know all the words to Happy, but that didn't matter because everybody joined me,
And they knew the words.
Exactly. They could help me carry the tune.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been a great call.
Okay.
I think we should pretty well finish it here unless you got some final words.
Oh, let me listen for a second here. And
Please do.
So, they all say that we have come to a completion of this one. And I really love what has been shared today. I really do.
I do. And I'm hearing them say, for us to say, know that you are loved.
That's right.
Know that you are loved. Feel the vibration of that.
Exactly.
Know that you are loved. Oh, that feels good.
It does, yes.
Okay, Lise.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you have comments, I'll post this on the Facebook page and you can give us comments there.
And please do some research. Look up Wolf. Look up Saint Germain.
Yeah.
More, get your questions answered.
Look up Sitting Bull. Look up the Pleadians.
Exactly.
Look them up.
Exactly.
You get to do the work.
Oh, I'm being guided to share something, Madeline.
Okay.
There's Ellie is a psychic and she has her site called Crystal Links. And if you go to her site, you can listen to some divine energetic music from the Voyage of the 12 Fibonacci Goddesses.
Oh, awesome.
I love listening to them. Each goddess has a different melody and a different, like number 8 is healing. I love it. And then there's consciousness, etc. So go there if you want to just do some meditation with some absolutely exquisite music.
Is that crystallinks.org or .com? Or?
I'm not sure, but usually when I put Crystal Links in, or I'll put in the Fibonacci Goddesses.
Okay.
Then it will just pop it right up and you'll be taken right into her website.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so enjoy some of that, especially if you're really stressed out. I mean, I love the healing. The goddess of healing is green and beautiful pictures to go with it.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a nice goddess day. Started with Goddess Isis, of course it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm so happy that you're a goddess high priestess too. So Isis high priestess, and of many others, of course. Just like the Pleadians, we can relate to one particular star system, but we are a combination of all of it. We are a combination of all the goddesses. We are a combination of all the priestesses. We are a combination of everything. So we're a combination of all the beautiful divine male energy too, if we're female, and opposite if you're male. So embrace yourself.
Exactly.
Embrace yourself and know that you are loved. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being with us today. I appreciate it.
We love you too. Other than they love you, we love you. How's
Yeah.
that?